It was a book launch to celebrate a very special publication, Reminiscences, Recipes, and Remedies, written by a group of seniors to raise money for Langley Meals on Wheels.
It's 39 stories and 248 pages of reminiscences of people, of seniors sharing their food heritage. It's basically around food and how they grew up with food, how food kept their families together. It's also a legacy to the seniors of Langley because it's now preserved for their families and their children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren to be able to read as well.
The authors signed their stories and visited with the many people who came to purchase the book.
Thank you very much. Will you sign mine too? There's so many great stories in here. I mean, if you look at the titles from, lard versus shortening to roast beef and Yorkshire pudding, it's such a diversity of stories and there's so much history behind it. And with these folks, it's just delightful.
I wrote about my childhood, more or less, back in Brantford, Ontario. I mentioned our Anglican church that I was married in, which is up for sale right now, sadly. And I wrote about a few recipes.
I wrote about my mother's plum pie, which was made with dried plums, prunes really. It was a prune pie. And it was very, very sweet. And it had a pie crust. And it served 8 of us.
My whole life has been very interesting, and the fact that I'm this old pleases me, My dad had a boxcar of apples up to Ontario, just loose in the boxcar, and people come down with their baskets and get apples. And he had a scales there, and they'd weigh it, and that's how we got it. We never saw fruit of any kind except dried.
All proceeds from the sale of the book, at this signing and online, will go to Langley Meals on Wheels, which prepares and delivers over 12,000 hot meals every year to isolated seniors, as well as run a lunch program called Food and Friends, where many of these authors met.
The experience has been phenomenal. They've all been so forthcoming with their story and so excited to see it in print that they just want to share it with everybody now. And they are collectively the experiences and the knowledge that they have around food preparation and growing food has just been a great wealth of knowledge for us.
In Langley, I'm Kendall Harris for The Express.
All right, I'll put the count.